Hi guys, welcome back to Axis and Allies, the Garrison. This is Detroit coming to you from Rochelle Park, New Jersey. I'm here today with my son, Brandon. He
Hi
is
guys.
10 years old and you guys have met him before. Sure he was a lot younger.
Memorial Day, I think was the last.
Yeah, probably.
Around there, right?
Yeah, probably before that you were already
a
making.
couple episodes, yeah.
Yeah, you were probably helping me make videos already. So guys, it's round two, Germany's turn. Sired Blood will be making his moves today. Obviously, Sired Blood is a very aggressive, very crafty player. Let's see what he has to show us. We know that during turn one, round one, correction, he definitely surprised the Allies, being very aggressive, taking chances, taking risks, and that made the game so much more interesting. So let's see what he has for us today. Okay. All right. So, however, the Axis later in round one did have a few setbacks, only then to only to make a comeback with VK Cowboy when VK Cowboy countered the British in the Mediterranean, okay, by destroying the remaining battle, what is it, carrier, and I believe a destroyer and aircraft in the Mediterranean. So it was definitely a very what is it, touch and go for both the Allies and Axis round one. So now it's round two, Germany's turn, and it's Sired, the commanding general of the German armed forces. Is there anything you want to say before we start?
I did want to say something actually,
What's
because
that?
I can't believe the channel has come this far. You know, when we're all,
He's my number one cheerleader, guys. Yeah.
you know, like first of all, you should have told that we did build this together.
I did mention to the guys, to the community, that I was, building the pallet wall, but I shouldn't say I. My son actually helped me build this pallet wall,
I'm
guys.
the polisher.
Yeah. So he's definitely been working hard with me, and I'm sorry. I need to apologize because I didn't mention that he was helping me out all throughout this process. Which, by the way, it's only the beginning. I plan to work.
We're gonna do the entire thing.
Yeah. So definitely give it more of that bunker feel here at the Garrison.
Go
right?
big or go home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we are home already, but
Yeah.
You know.
Anyways, guys, we'll be back. Let's now go with the combat movement phase of the game, and stand by. And we hope that you enjoy the show today, guys.
Okay, down and play.
All right, guys. So we are back. Okay, we are going to go ahead and perform our combat movements for Commander Sired Blood, who's the commanding general for the German army, Wehrmacht. But before we do so, we're going to go and show you what the purchases were that were made by Sired Blood. Okay, so basically, Sired Blood went ahead and purchased one tech, two infantry, two destroyers, and a total of 5 naval transports. And he kept one one industrial production certificate that he will carry over for the next turn. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you the battles. Okay, I've gone ahead and pre-positioned the combat movements that were made by Sired. So in the Mediterranean Sea Zone 96, you have one German bomber, one destroyer attacking the British cruiser in Sea Zone 96. I believe someone referred to it as the Hood, even though the Hood was a battleship, not a cruiser, but we'll refer to this cruiser as the Hood, HMS Hood. All right, the next battle. Okay, once again, Sired Blood going gutsy here. He's performing an air raid, a tactical air raid on Rostov. You have 2 infantry divisions and 2 artillery Russian divisions defending this territory from 1 bomber, 2 tactical fighters, and 1 fighter. Okay, so very gutsy move, very daring, and if successful, again, the Germans can definitely take away some of that counter punch that the Russians may have, okay, for the next turn. All right, so that's the battle in Rostov. Let's go to Bessarabia. You have 6 infantry, 2 artillery attacking 1 single Russian infantry division. Okay, that's an easy battle. The Germans should take that territory, that Bessarabia, rather easily. All right, the next battle which I forgot to place a battle marker on. Let's do that right now. You have a total of 3 artillery divisions, 3 infantry divisions, German, attacking 1 Russian infantry division and 1 artillery division. Okay, so that's another battle that the Germans should take, that should win. Oh, and I'm forgetting another battle that I didn't mark. Here we go. Western Ukraine. The Germans are attacking the single infantry division, defending Western Ukraine. Sorry about that. I have more technical issues with my phone. Apparently, my memory is running really low. So I either got to go out and buy more memory or just maybe altogether just get a new phone, which is probably what I'm going to do. I pretty much have this phone. All right, so let's continue with Western Ukraine. Okay, Western Ukraine, you have 1 Russian infantry division defending. You have 2 German paratroopers coming in that are being dropped off by the German bomber, along with 2 German armored divisions into Western Ukraine. The Germans should have no problem just sweeping the Russians to the side over here. Also, on the Western front, what's left of France, the 1 German mechanized infantry division is walking into Normandy, Bordeaux. Okay, and of course, last but not least, you have the combined Allied fleet here of a submarine and a British destroyer in Sea Zone 125 being attacked by 3 fighters and 3 tactical bombers, okay, or tactical fighters, depending on how you want to, refer to them. All right, folks, that's about it for my, not mine, but for Sired's combat movements. Definitely very interesting, gutsy moves from what I see here in Rostov and in the Mediterranean. Let's see how things, how the battles resolve. We'll come back shortly with the outcome of the battles. Guys, we're back. Sired Blood just made his moves, and what an interesting round. The first battle that the Germans had against the British cruiser was a defeat. The HMS Hood here, the cruiser, actually survived the attack and destroyed both the attacking bomber and fighter. What a reversal! I mean, what are the odds of that happening? It's rarely for that to happen. Very rare. Okay, so that's definitely a big setback for the Axis, the German power in the Mediterranean. All right, so let's go to the other battle, Rostov. Okay, here you have the Germans succeed. They actually were able to wipe out the 4 Russian divisions, 2 artillery, 1 and 2 infantry divisions. The Germans did lose 1 tactical fighter in the process. All right, let's go to Bessarabia. You have a successful battle. The Germans sustained no losses here. Okay, in Western Ukraine, all right, you had, again, successful battle for the German army, the Wehrmacht. They were able to clear the single infantry Russian division defending Western Ukraine to no losses. So these are 2 German paratroopers there that took over the territory with the 2 armored divisions. Okay, the Baltic states, you have, again, another German victory. The Germans did lose 1 infantry division. The Russians lost 1 artillery and 1 infantry division. Okay, battle in Western Europe. Battle here, the Germans sent 1 mechanized infantry division to take out or invade Normandy, Bordeaux, and that was just a walk-in for the Germans. Last but not least, the battle in Sea Zone 125. The combined Allied fleet of a Russian submarine and British destroyer were successfully taken out by a combined force of German naval and air assets. Okay, the Germans did not have any casualties. Okay, so wow, what a turn it was for Germany. I think definitely very interesting. The fact that Germany in this turn lost 1 tactical fighter, a fighter, and 1 bomber. Definitely a setback for the Axis powers at this particular stage of the game. All right, so the Russians are holding out. They definitely have 2 army groups, in particular army groups south in the Ukraine, and then you have another army group in the north in Leningrad, definitely holding their own. Okay, so at this point in time, Russia is not looking too bad, and let's see what the German non-combat movements will be. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. So these aircraft will land in Romania. Okay, these that attacked Rostov. Okay, so they'll be moving into Rostov. The bomber that was used to airborne or paratroop 2 infantry will go back to Germany. Okay, these aircraft in C Zone 125 will be going back to Western Germany. All right, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Sired Blood did say that 3 of those fighters will be scrambled if there's an attack on his fleet. Okay, now this fleet will be moved to C Zone 112. All right. All right. Let me. I'm actually going to have to review the rest of Sired's video to be able to make the rest of his non-combat movements. I will be back shortly, guys. And then, of course, with the final placement of units. All right, guys. We're back, and we're going to finish the non-combat movement phase for the Germans. The Germans have coalesced and have moved their pieces that they had in France. Okay, Sired moved into Warsaw, where he placed 4 German armored units that are ready to go into Russia. He also moved artillery, 1 armor, 3 artillery pieces into Western Germany. Okay, as well as 3 mechanized infantry divisions that were also in Paris. Okay. So now the basically I'm forgetting that we have 2 infantry here in Germany proper. So I forgot about that. We have 2 here that he placed. All right. So that is basically the final movements of the Germans. He went ahead also with placing his newly purchased units of 5 naval transports, of which now he has 6. And his 2 cruisers in C Zone 112. Okay, question is, what is Sired planning to do with this powerful fleet that he has in C Zone 112? Where is he going? What is he planning? Obviously, a sea line operation has become a viable option. But guess what, folks? So has Gibraltar, okay, and Leningrad. So which way is Field Marshal Sired Blood going? That's a question that we will know, I guess, in round 3 when it's Germany's turn again. All right, guys. So, I'm forgetting. Let's do Germany's income tracker. So basically, Germany has not regained. I'm sorry. This was a no territory victory for Germany. No point victory for Germany. Let me see. So Germany did not get any IPCs for Bessarabia, but Germany did get 2 for Western Ukraine, 3 for Baltic states. What else? So I see 3 IPCs. Let's go to the income tracker. Germany currently goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 44, right? Something tells me I'm missing something. I believe that Sired mentioned that he had 45, but he later on did text me and said that he actually had 48 IPCs for Germany. So I'm missing something here on the board. Oh, yes. An additional 2 for Normandy Bordeaux. So let's bring that up by 2. Germany is at 46 IPCs as far as I can tell. All right. And of course, Germany had 1 IPC left over. So Germany should have 47 IPCs in the bank. Okay. All right, guys, that's about it for this turn. Very interesting turn for Germany. As always, guys, please bear with me. I do make my share of mistakes. It's very difficult to actually recap someone else's video. Not an easy thing to do, specifically because there's so many moving components to a particular turn. So it's not always that easy as it seems. Okay, so I do appreciate though the fact that a lot of you folks do point out when I make an error, and that only makes it better for me, for us in general here at the YouTube Wars. Also, let me just mention that last during Dutch's turn for Anzac and France, I forgot to mention that I had mentioned that the surviving Allied warship was only the British cruiser. As it turns out, Dutch pointed out for me that we also still had the French battle fleet, okay, that was off the coast of Algeria in Sea Zone 92. He also reminded me that I did not mention at all that the French had rolled for a convoy disruption, which they got nothing out of. Okay, so I did forget to mention that as well. Okay, as I said, there are a lot of moving components to a particular turn for every country and every player, so please bear with me. All right, guys, that'll be it for this turn for Germany. Very interesting, and we shall see now how the Russians respond under the command of Field Marshal Wartorn. Okay, and quick overview of the Eastern Front, and we shall see how Wartorn responds or counters Germany's moves. All right, guys, see you next turn with Wartorn, Russia. And as always, guys, don't forget to hunker down and play.